Hello students, I hope you all are doing well. During this lockdown, we have to stay home and stay safe, as you know this is the only one thing we can do to protect ourselves. Starting with the next video, in this particular video we will be discussing about the different rivers and river systems. We have discussed about the northern plains. We will be discussing about the significance of the northern plains, and also with that I'll be doing one thing for you. I'll be discussing the map with you. Okay, so we will be discussing the map of the different rivers. We will be talking about the Ganga, the Brahmaputra, and even we will be covering the peninsular rivers also, the Krishna, Godavari. All these things will be covered in this particular video, and we will be doing map of that video. The previous video we have discussed about the northern plains, and we have also discussed about Himalayas also. We have covered that part. We have covered two physical features of India. Now we will be discussing the map of mountain, the map with the mountains. I have covered that. Now I'll be discussing the river systems and the map having rivers, different rivers covering the peninsular rivers also. So see this video for understanding the river systems. Now we will be discussing the map. When we are talking about the rivers, we have discussed about the very first river, that is our Indus River, and the river system also we have discussed. Starting with Indus, it starts from here, somewhere in China, Mansarovar Lake. It is moving upwards, moving towards Jammu and Kashmir, and then it is showing you that now after this part, the Ladakh part, it is moving downwards. It is moving downwards means it is taking the south direction and moving to Pakistan. This is Pakistan, so it is going to Pakistan, and then here it is, at last it drains into the Arabian Sea. So you can see Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Satluj, Beas also from here. They all are joining in this only. And when you have to talk about the left bank and the right bank rivers, you have to think that you are standing in the direction. Suppose I am standing here, starting from this point, this river is starting from this point, so I'll assume that I am standing here. So if I am standing here at this part, my right hand is this one and my left hand is this one. So when the rivers will join from this part, see, I am moving and I am coming here. My face is towards this side, and this is this one. This hand is my right hand. The other hand is my left hand. So all these are joining from which bank? They are joining from the left bank. So all these are the left bank tributaries of Indus River. Then it is moving downwards, forming a delta. Delta is in Pakistan, so we don't have to discuss that. It is not that much important for us. Next river system is your Ganga river system. In this system, you have to see that river Ganga is starting from this part and it is moving. This part here it is. This is Nepal. This is Nepal, and here it is Uttarakhand. So coming down, okay, coming down, moving towards the east side, it is moving. Yamuna is joining Ganga from which bank? You have to see this. Similarly, standing here, Ganga is moving in this direction eastwards, then facing towards the east. Your mouth should be towards the east, and this is your left hand. This one is your left hand and this one is your right hand. So the rivers which are joining from the right side, Yamuna, Chambal, Betwa, all these are joining from the right side are the right bank rivers, right bank tributaries. Son is also joining. Son, it is called Son as well as Son. So it is also joining from this side, from the right side. So it is also the right bank tributary of Ganga. Gomti, Ghaggar, Ghandak and Kosi, they all are joining from the left bank. So they are known as the left bank tributaries. Again, when you come towards this side, Damodar is again joining from which side? It is joining from the, here you see Ganga is moving towards this side, then it is moving downwards. So now my face is towards Bay of Bengal. My left hand is towards the other side, towards these states, eastern states, and right hand is towards this side. So this is the right bank. So Damodar is joining from the right bank. So it is the right bank tributary. As we have discussed, Ganga is having Yamuna, Chambal, Betwa, and Damodar and Son as right bank tributaries, and Gomti, Ghaggar, Gandak, and Kosi. All these are left bank tributaries to Ganga. Then we see the Brahmaputra river system. It is also starting from this part. We have to discuss that Ganga, it starts from the Alaknanda and Bhagirathi. It is known as Bhagirathi also, as it is believed that Bhagirath has brought it on earth. So it is also known as Bhagirathi, and it starts from Alaknanda and joins at Devprayag and then comes to India. It moves downwards, and all the other rivers we have discussed about them. When we talk about the Brahmaputra, it starts from the east of the Mansarovar Lake. Mansarovar Lake is over here. The east of Mansarovar Lake, it arises from there, and it is known as Zangpo in China. Then from Arunachal Pradesh, it is coming towards it is coming in India, it is coming in Assam, and then from here it is going to Bangladesh and then joining Ganga also. And here it makes Sundarbans delta also, which is very important delta. Talking about the peninsular rivers also, we have to discuss the very first one, that is your Mahanadi. It starts from the highlands of Chhattisgarh. This is Chhattisgarh. So it starts from the highlands of Chhattisgarh. It is moving towards east. The direction of movement is east, so it will drain in Bay of Bengal. So all the east movings or the eastward going rivers, east flowing rivers are drained into Bay of Bengal, while the westward moving rivers or the west flowing rivers are drained into the Arabian Sea. So Mahanadi starts from Chhattisgarh, and the highlands of Chhattisgarh, it originates from there and then it goes to your Bay of Bengal. Next river is Godavari. It starts from the slopes of the Western Ghats. These are the Western Ghats. It is starting from the slope of the Western Ghats, and this place is Nasik. Here is Nasik, and it is starting this is Nasik. This place is Nasik, and it starts from there and move towards, which direction is this one? This is the east direction and drains into the Bay of Bengal. Talking about Krishna, it starts from Mahabaleshwar. The place here is Mahabaleshwar. This I am telling you, just you have to remember this, that they are starting from this side. They are starting from Western Ghats and moving towards the east side and draining in Bay of Bengal. Tungabhadra river is also joining this. It is also moving towards east. Krishna and Tungabhadra, they join here and drain into the Bay of Bengal. Talking about your Kaveri. Kaveri is starting from the Brahmagiri hills. These are the Brahmagiri hills over there. This is the Brahmagiri range. It starts from there, and these are the Western Ghats. Again, a river from Western Ghats is Kaveri, Krishna, and Godavari. This is from Nasik, Mahabaleshwar, and then comes your Kaveri. It is from Brahmagiri hills, Brahmagiri range of Western Ghats. It moves towards again the east and then drains. It drains in Bay of Bengal. So these were the main rivers, and two are left. They are Narmada and Tapi. Both they start from Madhya Pradesh only. This particular river, Narmada, it starts from the Amarkantak plateau. This is the Amarkantak plateau, and the Narmada river starts from the Amarkantak plateau, and it moves from that part towards the west and drains into Arabian Sea. You can see Tapi is also Tapi or Tapti also is the name of this river. It starts from the Satpura range. The Satpura range is here. The Satpura ranges. So it is in Betul district, Madhya Pradesh. It starts from there and then it moves towards west and then drains into Arabian sea. So this way it drains and it moves. So this was the river system. All these rivers are very much important to you. So you have to see that how they are moving, in which direction are they moving, and I have told you that you have to stand in the direction. You have to know in which direction they are moving. It is very easy to learn that the rivers moving towards the west are Indus, Narmada, Tapi, and when you talk about the east flowing rivers, they are Ganga. Brahmaputra is coming downwards, but it drains in Bay of Bengal, so it is also moving towards east. So it is also east flowing, and then comes your Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, all these Mahanadi. They are all east flowing rivers, and they drain into Bay of Bengal. So one thing to remember is that the east flowing rivers, they drain into Bay of Bengal, and the west flowing rivers, they drain into Arabian Sea. This way your map is covered. And if you want to remember this thing very carefully, you have to think about you have to divide them. You have to make a chart, you can say. You can make a chart. You can write about east flowing rivers, write their names, write about west flowing rivers, write their names and where they drain. You can do this thing, and this will help you. This will help you even think about the origins also. I'll be sending you the origins from where they originate. With that, you will find it very easy to do the marking, to mention which river is moving from which side. If you know that Narmada is moving from Madhya Pradesh, it is starting from that, so you know it is Madhya Pradesh. This particular place is Madhya Pradesh. So Narmada would be here only. It will be starting from this part. This way, you should remember the thing that from where the river is originating, from which glacier is it originating, or from which plateau, wherever it is originating from, you have to remember that. And then you have to remember the flow, whether it is east flowing, whether it is west flowing, and later on you have to tell in which it drains, whether it is the Arabian Sea or it is the Bay of Bengal. Both the seas you have to talk about, that in which it drains. So this was it. This was all about your river systems in map of India. We have discussed about them. We have talked about their tributaries also, and from which bank are they joining. Again, I would like to tell you that we have to revise this thing. You have to keep this thing in mind, that you have to think that you are standing in that particular direction. Use your hands. Both your hands are very helpful. So use your hands to think that whether they are right bank rivers or left bank rivers. So this was it about the map. You have to practice this map on a plain map. I'll be sending you the map. A PDF will be attached to this video, and you can do that from the given particular PDF given to you. You can take the map from that, or you can draw the rivers. Drawing them is also very easy, and even it is very interesting. If you think about drawing them, it will give you more detail, and it will be easier for you to remember all these things. About the significance of the great northern plains, the Indo-Gangetic plains, you know that they are very fertile. They have very good productivity due to the alluvial soil and due to the alluvium which is brought by the river Ganga as well as Indus. So they cover the area of about 7.8 lakh square kilometers, and they are very productive lands. So this is one of the significance of northern plains. Due to the presence of the leveled land, the area, you can say, the networking, the roadways and the railways are very much developed in this particular area, and it is good for agriculture. So it is also known as the granaries of India, the northern plains. And the agro-based industries are very much present here. And even the ports, Haldia and Kolkata, they are most important ports for trade and commerce. The many religious centers are also present in the northern plains only. As you know that the river Ganga, it is holy river to us, so it is passing through the different centers, the different cities it is passing through. They are the centers, they are the holy centers, they are the religious centers, namely Haridwar, Varanasi, Allahabad, etc. They are the centers, they are religious centers. So these are the significance of the northern plains. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.